accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, certified by Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
Welcome in, folks. Happy Wednesday to you. We're going to start on the Rocky Mountains.
Look at this.
Doesn't it make you just want to pony up?
Yes.
Saddle up on a horse?
Wouldn't that be fun?
Ride?
Oh, I'm jealous. And I bet it's so comfortable in the elevation right now.
Dry, cool.
Yeah.
A little bit of some crisp fall air out there.
Our colleague, Tim, from up in Greensboro, your classmate. Well, were y'all about the same time, or is he a little older?
No.
He's a little
older.
Fellow alumni at Penn State has been just nonstop, just making me jealous, tweeting pictures just all over the Blue Ridge Mountains and Appalachian Trail, and the foliage has been perfect. That is nice.
This is somewhere north of Boulder.
Okay. So we're in Colorado there.
Oh yeah, no, we're out
way
west.
out.
We're in the
west.
Rockies.
Oh, we're in the Rockies for that.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if we were looking at Appalachians.
Home of one of my favorite movies.
Which one?
Well, I'll let you figure that out.
Oh God. Okay. Oh Lord mercy.
But
you're not old enough for that one.
It's looking and feeling a little bit like fall out there, feeling a little bit like fall here too, although we don't have the colors of the leaves changing per se. But
that. And what, the peskiness of fall for me is I've got a big old oak tree two, one in my front yard, one in my backyard. And what's going to happen is suddenly every leaf in that tree is going to be in my front yard.
Do you have a lot of acorns falling?
Yes, and they're not pretty. You know what I mean? Like, they're not the pretty, these leaves are, I'm going to just say maple adjacent.
Yeah.
The big broad leaf. And those are beautiful and easier to rake. You know what I mean? You can pile those up, clump those up. But my little oak tree leaf, it's just, and then I'm the kind of guy, I'm gonna rake twice a season. And that's it. I'm not going to be out there every weekend because I don't want to break my back, and I'm just not that guy. Yeah. So I give it time. I want the tree to fully
Don't you have like a bagging mower?
I do have a bagging mower, but it takes several passes. But that's kind of what I did last season. I just said I'm going to let my mower vacuum this all up. But we do have thoughts of fall on our mind. We've had those morning low temperatures that have been very, very comfortable. We're going to continue to have that. We got dry air in place. High pressure is just dominating the weather pattern, something that we've earned because we haven't had weather like this in a while.
Yeah, we're going to soak it up while we can.
Yep.
And even these rain chances, we're going to talk about it all week, right?
Yep.
And we have been because it's really the only thing to talk about locally over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
It might be a very narrow line of moisture in the low and, mid to even upper levels.
Yeah.
So we might see some showers late Sunday and perhaps overnight into early Monday morning, but I'm not really expecting a whole lot more than that, at least for the time being. And we'll get into it a little bit more here in a bit. But overall, Lou, rain chances at least over the next 3 days, 5 days even.
Yep. Pretty low. Yep. Pretty low. It's going to be, I don't count it as rain unless I put out a little cat food tin and that gets filled.
And it gets filled up?
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just annoying mist.
Yeah.
And it didn't do anything for the grass or drought or anything like that. I need to see a cat food tin. That's probably about a 1/4 inch.
And you don't want to deal with that rizz, that drizz.
Drizz. I have no drizz.
No drizz.
I don't want that. I need a good rain. And unfortunately, as we watch these fronts, time and time again, we see them get really robust over the Dixie Alley, and we see them, and there's this potential still there. And of course, talking, Mississippi, Alabama, the Arklatex, places like that. But by the time they make their way all the way to Northeast Florida, it's almost as if they're getting ringed out.
Yeah.
The fronts get ringed out like a sponge, and they kind of split. And we've talked about kind of the Baker County split before, where some rain will go up into southeast Georgia or maybe even middle Georgia, and then some rain will make its way down to the I-4 corridor, and we're just like, what gives? So we'll see what happens with this front. It is the next big thing, though, because there's not much else on the horizon, at least locally there, with our rainfall percentages. But beautiful. Oh, man.
Great shot from Carol Lee Adams.
You're just showing me some high-end weather photos from our weather watch. Thank you, Carol Lee. This is great. A little sunrise.
Little something to just toss in there.
It's just great, and and the satellite kind of gives us a great idea of why we're going to get these beautiful sunrises. It takes just the right kind of tapestry of clouds. You want layers, just like you want layers in the atmosphere. You want a good composition of clouds and sun at your sunrise and sunset. You know what I mean? And sometimes when it's fully clear, I mean, it's still beautiful, but you just don't have that. You know?
Well, it kind of reminds me of you a little bit, a man with many layers.
Layers. Like an onion. Donkey.
Well, I didn't want to say it. But.
I'm an onion donkey. Onions have layers. Donkey. But yeah, that's exactly what we need in the.
I'm glad you knew where I was going
world,
with that.
Of course,
Made
I'm a
really
Shrek. You know, listen, the kids love Shrek. I'm all about it. And as you know, I've when you were absent, I sing you the song. I'm all alone. So I'll continue to do it when I'm sitting here all alone by myself. Current temps, we're kind of doing exactly this forecast. We've been talking all day. You know, we're going to struggle to hit 80, and I know you check the weather service like every 15 minutes as far as what we've officially done.
Yeah, even more than that. I think we did hit 81.
Did we hit 81?
Yeah.
At noon today.
Which was unfortunate because yesterday I forecasted 79.
Yeah.
We did hit a little.
We've the general idea is that, you know, I mean, even at noon today, we were looking still at 74 inland, 77 at the beach. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it was spot on and right on it. And we'll do it again as we wake up in the morning and go through tomorrow. Yeah,
I mean, another nice cool start, especially for inland areas, right? If you're west or northwest of Highway 301, you're out towards Baker County, Columbia County, even up towards Okefenokee. Yeah, you might need the long sleeve shirt, the sweatshirt even out there tomorrow morning. Now, not as chilly the closer you get to the coastline, but yeah, for some folks, it's going to be another cool start. And that's really going to be the theme or the name of the game here over the next couple of days.
I'm just noticing something.
What?
On this close-up of Ross.
What?
You need a haircut.
I got a haircut tomorrow, man.
Okay, I'm about to say, I know it's coming. I can almost. This is how close Ross and I have gotten in these streams, and as I watch, I'm like, dang, you're a little furry. You're a 2-week guy. Is that your cadence?
Yeah, 2.5 weeks.
You've probably gone about 3 weeks, haven't you?
Tomorrow's 2 weeks. Well,
it's okay.
We've changed up the haircut a little bit. I need him to give me that kind of. He's been giving me a low fade.
Okay.
I kind of need that mid fade.
You're getting
so it doesn't get so long out here. I become a little porcupine-like.
Get it together, hippie.
Yeah.
Sheesh. No, great stuff. And you're talking about those morning temperatures. A little tight haircut's going to feel even better on the scalp.
Oh,
but my favorite part of the truly the day. Obviously getting to stream with you. But when I get up in the morning, I've got my first cup of coffee, and my son, middle school starts so early. So he's on his bike with his buddies heading out the door at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Right? So at 7 a.m., I'm out. I lower my tailgate of my truck, and I sit there with my cup of coffee, and I wait on his buddy to come with him and pick him up, and we just sit and talk. In the last few days, it's just been the best. I mean, because it's so comfortable out. There's a little dew, on the tailgate, but it's just kind of like and the sun hadn't come. I mean, it's still we get a little twilight going. It's great. Get out and try to enjoy these mornings while we've got them. You know what I mean? I know we're kind of getting into as we look deeper into October, we're kind of getting into this. The average we'll start to be in the 50s, but man, the little things in life, right?
Yeah, I guess so. You gotta make the most.
Gotta make the most of everything. Little coffee in the morning. See my son out the door to middle school, and then it's inside to help my daughter get her hair done. Perfect for elementary.
Well, clearly you're the hair specialist now,
right? And that's that's the theme of the stream. It seems. So back door front.
Yeah.
There you go. I noticed you highlighted that.
Yes, I did. Northeast wind here. Yeah. That's kind of ramped up today. We've had wind gusts. I'm going to put gusts in quotations. 20, 22 miles per hour. So sustained winds 10 to 15. Yep. That'll continue for your Friday. So temperature-wise, almost exactly the same. Rinse and repeat tomorrow.
Yep.
Winds very similar. Key here, Lou, it's looking great for high school football. Our Sideline 2025 game of the week between
Oakleaf and Ed White.
Oakleaf at Ed White.
Ed White. So we're going to kind of the west side.
Mm-hmm.
Go see the Commanders.
And it should feel good.
It should
no
feel really
rain
good.
in the forecast. Chris Porter will be happy about that.
I feel bad because Ashley was with our game of the week last Friday.
It was very windy.
And it was really windy, and there were some showers off and on. And she was at University Christian for a game of the week last week, and I just felt bad. She was in the raincoat and dragging the coach out, do some interviews, and it just kind of was off and on and just kind of spitting more than anything.
Yeah.
But we got some great games the rest of the way on Friday. We're going to St. Augustine. We're going to Middleburg, Ribault. We're going to Rains and Bishop Kenny, and they're hosting some good competition. The Creekside, listen, they need all the help they can get. It's been an interesting year for them. It would be awesome to go get a win at Rains. And then we've got Beachside going out to Middleburg. Love to see it. Bartram Trail at St. Aug and all of the above. going to have some great weather for it.
I got the First Coast Buccaneers. That's around my neck of the woods. So
yes, it is. That would be a home game. They're going to Bishop Kenny.
Yeah.
Going to be right here on the river. So that'll be a beautiful game. In fact, I may actually be going to that game Friday night.
Oh, you're right. You have a friend whose
Yeah,
son
got a
plays
friend
for
whose
Bishop
son
Kenny.
played. I think that it's one of their last home games. So I think we haven't been able to go. So I think we're going to go to that Bishop Kenny game. Looking forward to that, and we're going to have some great weather for it.
And for the weekend, for any weekend plans as well. Why don't we take a break here?
Oh yeah, I'm getting
come
ahead of
back.
myself. That's right. It is break time.
And we'll break down that weekend forecast a little bit.
Love it.
Welcome back, folks.
Yes.
We want to talk about the weekend a little bit. Saturday morning is the start of rifle season or buck season in the state of Georgia. You got to wait a little bit longer for Florida.
Yeah.
But in Georgia, buck season begins Saturday morning, October 18th.
What a great forecast. I hope my neighbor Tim is paying close attention to the forecast. I know for a fact, him and his son, that you know how I know they're getting ready to go hunting? Because they for days they're fiddling with the four-wheeler.
Okay.
They're just fiddling with it. They're moving things around. You know, they got to get things just perfect.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when they're about to go fishing. They're out there 3 days before. You know, on like a Wednesday, if they're going to go fishing Saturday, they're piddling with the John boat, making sure
everything's good.
Oh yeah, it's like, guys, do it day, but you could get your bait and everything the day before. But yes, this is awesome, and it, you know, not just cool enough in the morning to where you're not freezing your butt off in the tree stand.
Oh yeah, no.
You know what I mean? Like, and in fact, by afternoons, hopefully you're done midday, mid-morning, but you know, you might be dealing with some mosquitoes. You know, and that.
Are ticks a big issue down here?
Oh yeah.
Because that was always my thing hunting in Pennsylvania is that, like, I felt like the insects, any ticks were out and about anytime it was more than like 70.
Yep.
So that's pretty much my cutoff. Like, I don't want to be out in the tree stand sweating.
Yeah.
That is not enjoyable.
So these will be morning guys. They'll, you know, get out there pre-dawn
But yeah, sunrise not until 7:31. So I mean,
Right.
They don't have to get out there. Thankfully,
not
too early,
yeah,
really.
Exactly. So outstanding. And in fact, probably by the afternoon, might be a little warm, like you said. The mosquitoes or maybe the ticks.
Yeah.
We'll watch out for that. That's a great graphic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He said in the break, he's like, I got something special for you. and he delivered.
My fellow hunter over there.
Yeah, I love it. It's been a long time, but yeah, I need to. Well, yeah, that's why I need to sweet talk my neighbor. Maybe eventually I'll get on the 4-wheeler with him.
There you go.
Start piddling around with it. Good looking Saturday. Things tend, as we were talking about, tend to change by Sunday. But we got Ole Miss at Georgia. All right. Athens, a little warm at 3:30. I mean, 79, 80 degrees. Yeah. We're talking, that in full sunshine. And we got Mississippi State coming to Gainesville. Will this be the last game
for Billy?
For Billy Napier. There's a lot of talk that this might be it. One of those situations. I think it was Gator coach Jim McElwain who he coached against. He coached in that Georgia-Florida game.
Okay.
And I think he was fired. If it wasn't that Saturday evening after the game, it was Sunday morning. I mean, it was over. You know what I mean? It was like one of those mid-season.
Yeah.
Right after the game, we got to go.
There's been a lot of talks about James Franklin coming down to Florida.
I've heard that.
I've seen a lot of rumors that they might get rid of Billy for James Franklin.
How would you feel about that?
I mean, I'd be happy for Florida and for James Franklin.
Because James, apparently in his buyout, like he's supposed to be looking for jobs.
Yes.
To get that, to get that $50 million.
Yeah, he has to get a job that pays like up to $8 million or something.
Yeah.
And then Penn State covers the rest, like the difference.
Okay.
For what he was supposed to have been making.
Sheesh. That's interesting.
Over the next like 5 years or whatever it may be. So that we'll be hurting, but
yeah, he'll be fine.
Yeah.
So beautiful weather for your football. Jags, I got to go over to London and do their thing. Maybe like just typical the Jags London game experience, where it's a little cool, a little crispy, and maybe some showers coming through the semi-cover. They're at Wembley this go round.
Oh, you're talking about that? Okay.
I'm talking about London. I know you have your.
I got
your
that here.
Forecast.
Yeah,
there you go. And then so exactly how old London should be. I've actually been privileged enough to go to a couple of these games. And
in London?
In London.
Wow, okay.
Yep. And Wembley is kind of one of those semi-covered. It's got the opening, as you can see there.
Well, most of the football stadiums, soccer stadiums over there are typically like that, where the fans are covered for the most part.
Yep.
It's just the pitch that's open.
But you'll have a little mistiness over there as they take on the Rams. Good stuff.
But the key there is if you're having a watch party here in Jax, you'll be good.
Yeah, yeah.
It'll feel nice. It's sunny and dry. No changes really.
Yeah.
For Sunday morning. Now by the afternoon, maybe a little bit of an increase in cloud cover as that high pressure begins to move away. And then we're watching this approaching front. Lou talked about this. Could bring perhaps some level of storm, some severe weather even to portions of the Mississippi River Valley and Dixie Alley. But by the time it reaches us, and this is just the latest model, I think this is a European, showing even less moisture making it to us. So at the very most, some scattered showers perhaps after sunset Sunday evening. Most of this is going to be, during, the dark overnight hours.
While you're sleeping,
so, but by the time you wake up Monday morning, you shouldn't be too worried about anything like
Hints
that.
of another front Wednesday, Thursday too.
Yes.
So we need to watch that kind of in the long range.
Some are showing that, some aren't.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Yep. So perhaps we see that deep in the long-term forecast, something to watch. But this front kind of slowing down a bit, losing a little of its juice. Tropical updates, we do have Lorenzo-ish. It's kind of
just went post-tropical.
Didn't it?
I guess the 5 p.m. update.
So we're just getting that. So Lorenzo's no more. We have checked that name off. So we've got through 12 of them now. Otherwise, over the next 7 days at least, we are good to go. Now, things to think about, could have a wave way off near the coast of Africa that's not being monitored by the Hurricane Center. If it keeps moving south and keeps some convection going and it enters the Caribbean, we're talking beyond 10 days now. Some indicators are maybe a little something getting going in the Caribbean. So, but some things to watch, things to think about, because October, November are really interesting months for us when it comes to hurricane season.
When I saw a meteorologist from Southwest Florida post, like, this is officially or climatologically dry season now, that we've transitioned from the rainy season to dry season, but we still have, just over 40 days left in hurricane season, technically, so it's not unheard of to still get, at the very least, tropical rains, if not, a tropical system to impact really anywhere in the Caribbean or, anywhere along the Gulf Coast or East Coast.
For sure. So, you got to think, just looking at the last 20 years, about a quarter, I mean, between a quarter and a third. So it's not a low number of hurricanes impacting, or tropical storms. All right, so tropical storms or hurricanes impacting, and I'm not talking direct landfalls, but providing impacts to the state of Florida, happen in the months of October, November. So of course that means your June, July, August, September, and the kind of peak of hurricane season. Yeah, you're getting about 3/4 of your hurricane impacts. But again, a quarter of those storms, that's nothing to really ignore, especially considering we're just talking about 2 months, and we're talking about 2 months where folks may get a little complacent. We're going to take a quick break. We'll kind of wrap that thought up here in a minute and get ready to go do the 5 p.m. broadcast on air side of things after this short break.
Welcome back. So we kind of talked about the current setup in the tropics, at least over the next week or so. But of course, we're always trying to look ahead within reason.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
And we talked about this some yesterday, or you did with Bobby and Rick from the Weather Channel.
Yeah.
That area in the Caribbean.
Yeah. And this is part of the season, but also because of you're getting lower shear. You've got warm water right there. You got the Central American gyre, of course, getting kind of going, which could spark something. Or if a wave were to make its way on a southern track, meaning a wave from off the coast of Africa, if it doesn't get a little too far north latitudinally and get caught in the jet, or forced off by one of those troughs like you see extending from just north of the Dominican Republic and out, that'd be one of those deflectors. But if it stays south and ends up into the Caribbean, then we've got something on our hands and the potential for some quick development. And GFS Euro both sort of indicating this thought. And
this is circles. Next Thursday.
Yes.
I do want to stress.
Yeah, we're going a week out from tomorrow. Okay, so this is a long way off. So you can't put too much stock in long-range models. What you can put a bit of stock in is when you see consistency in both. And while there are some differing in the models on position exactly, there is consistency in something kind of brewing as we get into beyond into that 10-day and beyond time frame.
Yeah, so we're talking the last week of October essentially could be kind of the tropics' last gasp.
Yeah.
To a certain regard.
Yep, and there's potential for something to move straight into Mexico, or there's potential for something to move into the Gulf and impact Gulf states, which of course Florida's one, or there's potential for something to move kind of straight north over Cuba and then Lord knows where else, or there's potential for nothing. So truly, we just need to be keenly aware of everything that can happen. Now, going back to the thoughts on October, November, 5 of the 7 costliest hurricanes and tropical systems to ever impact Florida, or at least over the last 25 years, I shouldn't say ever, but the last 25 years have happened in October and November. You get strength out of the Caribbean. So, and of course, we're getting these fall temperatures, and we're getting these weeks, a couple of weeks of just beautiful weather. But we can't let our guard down, and we can't get complacent, because we got to kind of get through the rest of the season. We got to sprint through that finish line. So, hope you'll continue to check in with us, on a daily basis when it comes to the tropics.
Yeah, and of course, once we have new information to share with you guys, we will. But for now, at least, Lou.
Yep.
Our local forecasts looking A-OK.
It's ideal, and even those rain chances Sunday, which you might be actually wanting some of it. I'm not holding my breath and not getting my hopes up too much of filling up that cat food can. You know what I mean? All right, so I could get a little bit late in the day Sunday into early wee hours of Monday, but even then that front